Good morning. So many times in the past have Christians been persecuted because of their belief in Jesus Christ. I'm just thinking of Nero, a world-renowned leader, persecuted Christians and threw them in places like the Colosseum, where they got fed to wild animals and where they got stoned by people just for his amusement. And Christians actually used the symbol in those days to protect themselves. And that was the symbol of the fish. One Christian drew the first part of the fish and the other Christian the other part, and then they knew they could talk to each other about their faith because they were in the same faith of Jesus Christ. And that comes from the word ichthus, which means fish in Greek. It's actually an acronym that describes something of Jesus Christ. If you use every letter in the word, it says Jesu Christos Theos Huios Zoete, meaning Jesus Christ, God's Son, our Redeemer or Savior. And that kept them going in times when Nero thought that this was the end of Christianity. He was wrong. Made me think of a passage in the Bible in the book of Acts, Acts 5, where the apostles are in front of the Sanhedrin trying to defend themselves because they are accused of spreading the word of Jesus Christ, which they were prohibited to do in those times. And while they were awaiting judgment, one of the Sanhedrin members, Gamaliel, stood up and he said, "This movement is the same like any other human movement. It's going to come to an end, don't worry about it. But if it comes from God, we won't be able to stop it anyway." And he didn't know how true his words were at that stage. Because here we are still. Christianity in 2011. We live in a country that we don't get persecuted because of our religion or our faith. We live in a religious-free country. But we get attacked from outside in a very subtle way. We don't get killed or fed to animals. But sometimes a smile or a sarcastic remark from somebody when you tell them that you're going to church on Sunday and you won't be able to attend the braai or the barbecue. Or maybe just when you tell them that you have to be back after the weekend breakaway Sunday evening because you're taking your children to Sunday school. Or maybe it's just the world telling you, stop making sacrifices for your relationship with your husband or wife. It's not going to work. Why are you keep trying and trying? It is in these subtle ways that we get attacked, that we get tested. Tested in our faith. Remember these words when this happens to you. If it comes from God, you won't be able to stop them. Maybe it's time again to hold on to your faith. Maybe it's time to think of what God really wants you to do in this world. Because if it comes from God, you won't be able to be stopped. Maybe you need to forgive again. Maybe you need to sacrifice for other people. Maybe you must be able to help someone. And maybe, just maybe, if other people see you doing something the world is not used to, they will say, if it comes from God, you won't be able to stop them. Hold on to your faith. Do God's will in this world, and you won't be stopped. You will actually see that you change the world. Keep your faith in Jesus Christ, God's Son, our Savior. Ichthus. Till next week.